Welcome to Red Light Racing Series, home of Red Light Racing. Every Monday night you can see these guys here. We are set for the championship race, about to go 75 laps to crown the champion here at Michigan International Speedway. We got 4 drivers that's going to be trying to work their way into the championship, or earn their championship, I guess would be the better word, I should say. The 4 drivers, Sean Butler, Jason Wells, Eric Johnson, Max Terriot, going to be looking to go 75 laps. Whoever gets the bonus points and all that stuff will walk out championship. All this is going to be explained coming up here very soon. We're going to take a quick break, be right back, get ready to go racing for Michigan International Speedway. You're watching the Red Light Racing Series on Trackside Racing Network. In a season that started back on November the 20th, we're rounding it up here tonight on March 5th. We will be in the Cup Series car here at Michigan International Speedway. As I mentioned, 75 laps for these 4 guys that is going for the championship, and it's going to be a fun one. A little bit of information about tonight's race before we get into any more details. There's your air temp and track temp, 103 degrees, 5.5 mile an hour wind out of the northwest could play a factor. A little bit of information about the track. A track that was built, it's pretty old. It was built way back in, what year was it? I just had it up and I actually exited out of it. Anyway, a little bit of information about how these guys can go on and win the championship. This track, by the way, I mentioned was built back on, I had it up, 1967, or 68 is when I opened. Anyway, how can these guys go on and win the championship? I mentioned the 4 drivers, Sean Butler. Sean Butler, of course, coming in here probably as the favorite. I would say that. He's won 4 races so far this season, including 3 out of the last 4, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check, but it is 3 out of the last 4 races. He has won, pretty much dominating this chase, and right now we'll see how he goes tonight. It is James Heater, however, on top of the board with Sean Butler. I also mentioned Sean Butler, Jason Wells, Eric Johnson, Max Terriot. Terriot was actually the winner of the regular season championship. But coming here tonight, there's 3 ways that you can basically, what you have to do to win this championship. All points are reset back to 0, so points can play a factor with the bonus points. If you get the lead, that is a 1 lap point bonus. Leading the most laps, a 1 point bonus. 3 laps for the win, or 3 points for the win. And that is all the bonus points you can get. So, for example, if Sean Butler goes out there and wins the race, well, actually, let's go out there and say he wins the race, but Joshua, or I'm sorry, someone else leads the most laps, someone leads the lap. It's weird how it works, but it can play out. Basically, if you win this race, you're pretty much good to go, but you just never know. Anyway, we'll see how it plays out. There's other guys in here trying to win this race. James Heater, as I mentioned, on top of the board right now. We are in the Cup Series car tonight. If you do not know, this is a Scrambler Series. We started back on November 20th in the Xfinity Series, and we went from there to the Cup car, to the truck, back to the Cup car, and it just fluctuates all throughout the season. Last week we was at Martinsville in the Truck Series, and it was Jason Wells that actually picked up the win, which was a must-needed win for him because he was actually on the outside looking in. And so that's what it's going to be here tonight. He did make his way to the Final Four as qualified, and right now is getting underway. So a big qualified, of course, you do not know this is open qualified. You see the 64 coming out into the track. That is last week's winner, Jason Wells. Get a better look at his ride for tonight. As we get ready to go here, we'll see who gets the pole. Of course, pole sponsored by Regal Entertainment Group. So thanks to them for sponsoring the pole award winner. Michigan, a very interesting track. Tire wear going to be very important. We're expecting field-wise between 20 to 23 laps. So this is still going to be 75 lap race. Yes, most likely still going to be a 3-stop race for these guys. I do expect maybe 1 or 2 yellows. These guys are very known for being very clean, and I would not expect it to be any different here, even in the championship race. So as you see the 64, he's about to put down his first lap here in the Chevrolet. To the start finish line, he is going to be first with a 38.595. We'll see if that holds up or not, and it does not. Sean Butler already jumping up to the top of the board. Max Terrell right now in 4th, Jason Wells in 3rd, Eric Johnson. Right now our 4 guys, with the exception of James Heater, just jumped into 4th, but our 4 championship guys right now in the top 5. James Haney, it's a nice looking car he's driving tonight. Cross to the start finish line, start his green flag lap. Devin Sanders in a 926 starts his green flag lap as well. Looks like he may have actually gotten to the wall once already. He has here in qualified. Oh, he's going to get loose out of turn 2, saves it, and keeps going. James Skelton rolling out. Let's jump up to Max Terrell in the 42 car. Going for the championship. He was the regular season champion. Trying to cap off what would be a great win for him. So far this season, he has 2 wins on the year. 12 top 5s, 12 top 10s. Did a great job this season. He got his win back at Indianapolis and Gateway. I really feel like this track could play into Sean Butler's hands, though. We raced Auto Club, and to me this track kind of feels like Auto Club in a way. I know it's a little bit different, but to me it kind of feels like Auto Club, and Sean Butler dominated that race. I kind of feel like that could be that type of race. You know, these guys might not like to hear that, but I feel like that's what kind of track it is that he is on top of the board right now. Terry out right now with 38.697, his fast lap 38.709 that time by, so he's looking for more. Brandon Minto on track as well. In the number 920, looks like he's running that Air Force paint scheme tonight. It's a cool looking paint. As he works off turn number 4, across the start finish line, 38.963 is a little bit faster. Don't think it's going to improve him any. Still 13th. Jeff Lumpker, the 909. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Jeff, a pretty good driver of his own. Right now in 17th place, however. I'll be trying to go a little bit more than that. He's quite a bit off the pace. We'll see how he does as he comes through turn 4. I don't know if I'm a big fan of this heat haze. I think it's actually causing me to jump around a little bit tonight. $39.417 does not improve. Jump up to Andy Lee. across the start finish line. 38.622. Currently has him in 6th place at the moment. Joshua Buckley was pretty fast in practice. Right now he's back in 9th. We'll keep an eye on that as well. See if we can bring in Sean Butler real fast before he rolls back out. Hey, Sean, you got me? Sean Butler, you got a copy? I do not think he said. We'll try to talk to him if he does get the pole. I don't want to really bring in Eric Johnson. He's right now sitting in 2nd. You know what? We can go ahead and try to grab him in. Hey, Eric, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, coming in here tonight, and it's another championship race, and what's it going to take for you to be able to keep this car out front and try to get the win tonight?
Try to stay out of trouble and stay off the wall and just save my tires because it's pretty slick out there.
Yeah, the track is well over 100 degrees. Now, I'm sure that you're going to be trying to play some strategy as well. Of course, points and all that stuff can come into play. I don't want to keep you in here too long because qualifying is going on. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to keep you in here too long because I know qualifying and stuff's going on. But bonus points going to come into play tonight. How much strategy do you think that you're going to be trying to work out to try to get up front and try to win this thing?
Yeah, I'm not very good at the strategy, but I'm going to try to. I'm figuring out the lap I want to pit now. And, hopefully it stays green. Depends on the cautions, you know, like all that good stuff.
All right, man. Go out there and see what you can do. Good luck, and hopefully we talk to you here at the end of this thing.
All right, thanks, Adam.
Thanks, buddy. Well, as we get ready to go, a little bit of lag issue just a second ago. Sorry about that, guys. Having some lag issues tonight with iRacing. It's kind of weird. I'm not really sure why. Let me check something. Actually turn some stuff down. I don't like that heat haze anyway. There we go. Alright. So sorry about that. James Heater out on track. In the number 18 car. James was fastest at the end of practice, and he comes in here. Unfortunately, didn't make the final 4, which has kind of surprised a lot of people. 2 wins on the season, 6 top 5s for him. Pretty solid year. Unfortunately, not the year he wanted to end up. Trying to race for a championship, unfortunately, not going to happen. I know, I'm kind of surprised Max Terriot is back in 8th. I don't know if he's going to go out or not. Let me try to pull in Max and talk to him. If I can. I can find him. Hey, Max, you got a copy?
Hey, Adam.
Hey, man. Right now, coming in here, there's 4 guys left for this championship. What's it going to take for you to be able to get the win?
I have no idea. I mean, we have ways to see how it goes down. I've got some catching up to do. It's not my best track, so we'll see how it goes.
And you was the regular season champion, and I know that don't mean a lot if you don't put it together here tonight. So how much strategy are you going to be working on throughout this run tonight? Are you going to be trying to look at different things you can do to try to put yourself in better position to try to win this one? Or are you going to be focused on just trying to stay in front of them other guys that's out there?
Yeah, after last night's practice, I think I have to manage my tires better because I don't have the speed at the beginning of the run. So hopefully I can gain longer through the run.
All right, man. Good luck tonight, and go out there and see what you can do. It's going to be fun. You was really fast all season long, 2 wins so far this season. So go out there and see if you can get your 3rd one here tonight and try to win this championship.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. That was Max Terriot in the 42 car. And let me make sure, but I think Jason Wells, let me see if I can get him in before we start gridding these cars up. Pull Jason in. Hey, Jason, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, man, you was able to pull off a big win last week, and you need that win at Martinsville. We come here to Michigan, and it looks like you're going to qualify in third place, so not a bad starting spot, starting around two other guys that's running for the championship as well. What's it going to take for you to be able to get the car out front and try to lead this thing and win this race?
If I knew, I'd tell you. Man, I don't know. I'm just going to try to be patient, take what's given to me, and see what happens at the end.
Man, you was really fast last week, so it'd be cool to see if you could do it again this week. A lot of people kind of ruled you out because you was so far back in points going into Martinsville. So good luck tonight. I'll be up here watching. Go out there and see if you can win one.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. So, practice coming to an end, and it is going to be Sean Butler, the guy that has 4 wins this season, going to be starting on the pole. We got about 15 seconds left here to finish up qualifying, and Butler's going to be leading us to the green with Eric Johnson. We'll get a look at your grid here in just a moment as well, once you guys start gridding up. And I think qualifying is officially over. So we will get a look at your grid for tonight's race. There you go. And that is not right. Let me go back through this again. Just a second, guys. Alright, well, that ain't going to work for some reason. That's awesome. Anyway, Sean Butler's going to be leading us to the green flag. We're going to talk to him here right now if we can. Once he starts gridding, there he goes. There he is. Let's pull Mr. Butler in and talk to him. Hey, Sean, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you, Adam.
Well, man, I talked to the other 3 guys that you're competing against tonight, and you got to be one of the favorites. Another longer track like we raced at Auto Club, a slick track, and you've won 4 races so far, 3 out of the last 4. You're starting on the pole tonight, so what's it going to take for you to be able to stay out front and try to get this win? This track can be very difficult at times.
Yeah, I don't know about staying out front. I'm just going to try to run my race up here. I'm glad to be up here in a pole. And hell, as you can tell, Eric and Jason are right here with me, and Max is good on the long run. So it's gonna be, I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see what happens. It does get slick on exit, so you can't push it, and if people start pushing it, so who knows what's gonna happen.
Pit road very important here, especially in these cars. One mistake and it could be over for you. It could be over for any of these guys that's running for a championship or one of these guys running for the win. You got the first pit box. How big of an importance, or how important is it to have that first pit stall, knowing you can just gun it and try to get out if we do have a caution or for green flag pit stops?
Yeah, that definitely helps. Not knowing you can just go straight out your box and not have to worry about anything. It's just hitting that box right, and hopefully the pit stop goes fast and smooth.
Well, man, once again, you've been fast all season long, and another pole for you, and win over the last 3 or 4 like I mentioned. So go out there and see if you can put one together and get you another victory and try to walk out of here with this championship.
Thanks, Adam. Hopefully everyone has a good time watching tonight, and hopefully I'll be talking to you in here in about an hour.
For sure, man. Good luck tonight. That was Sean Butler, always a good guy to interview. He's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna, in my honest opinion, he's gonna be the guy to beat tonight. That's just me. I think the winner of the last 3 out of 4. He's got the momentum, and you know, if it would have been back earlier in the season, there was no way I would put Sean Butler in this one. Eric Johnson probably, Max Terriot definitely. Honestly, Jason Wells probably wouldn't even be in it. Jason did a great job on that win last week, though, and hopefully the momentum will help him carry over to this week. And he's starting in 3rd, so you never know. Max Terriot in a long run, and we're going to see a long run. That's just something these guys do. So the final race of the Red Light Racing Series about to kick off here at Michigan Motor Speedway, or Michigan International Speedway, about to get a championship crowned. This is my, second full-time season broadcasting these guys. As the pace car pulls in, the green flag is out in the air. We're racing at Michigan for the championship weekend. It is the 88 and the 33 of Eric Johnson on the front row, followed by Jason Wells looking to the inside already on that 33 with 2x2 all the way back. A couple cars already trying to move up to the higher side. Wondering if that could just be to try to save tires or get the run on the exit. As we work through turn number 1 and 2, you see the 88. We're going to see a lot of slide jobs here tonight as well. I haven't really mentioned that, but that is something that could come into play. A lot of slide jobs, and a lot of guys that have dirt experience could really benefit from this race tonight from that. Right now for second place, it is the 64 and the 33. We can hop on board right now with the driver of the 64, Jason Wells. He really gets a good run going into 1. Oh, almost gets into the back end. Has to really check up not to get into the 33. It's going to cost him a spot on to the 18. We'll see what the run out does for Jason. He's able to actually get side by side once again with James Heater. James fastest in practice. But the 64 on that high line really going to work. We can jump back a little bit further. This is William Long and Leo Bordage. I love them cars. Really cool looking cars. Even at 83 there as well. That kind of balances itself out. We'll see. The 11 should be able to clear the 7 as we got connection issue, I do believe. Let me see if I can fix that, guys. Having a little bit of an issue. I apologize. It should not happen. But back up front. Sorry about that. I said 75 laps, guys. I do apologize. It's 70 laps tonight. Sean Butler right now out front. Jason Wells looking to take second away from Eric Johnson. Jason Wells takes second. Here comes the crossover, possibly from the 33. Not going to happen as they exit turn 2 down the backstretch and out. Who is that checking out a line? That is the 25 of Andy Lee looking to the inside of the 18 of James Heater. Coming to the start-finish line, still side by side at the stripe. Don't be surprised if we see even a finish like that tonight. It could become a field mileage race. It could become really close down to the end. We got a battle up front for the lead. Jason Wells making contact with the 88. Championship on the line, and it is going to be, who is that? Is that Eric Johnson going to the lead? The 33 of Eric Johnson takes advantage of both. He jumps to the lead. Let's see what happened going into that turn 1 and 2. Oh, I don't know if the 88 may have came down a little bit or what happened. But Eric Johnson was able to battle back, and that actually pushes the 88 back up. Now he's trying not to hold on, or is trying to hold on to third, but the 10 of Tim Blum takes away third spot, so the 88 of Sean Butler falls back. Keep an eye on that 42. We know he's getting on the long ground. We keep hearing about it. We heard him mention it. We heard the 88 mention it. And right now he's sitting in 7th place, kind of just looking on. Back up front for the lead. By the way, just to let you know, remember each lap led, or not each lap, but a lap led will give these drivers 1 bonus point, and I will go ahead and tell you that Jason Wells has not led a lap. However, Sean Butler and Eric Johnson both have led a lap. The most laps also will get you a bonus point. So to be honest, if you can actually just win this race, I think you're pretty much to the good in winning this championship. And for the lead, to the start-finish line, Jason Wells not going to be able to lead this lap, but will he be able to lead this one as he looks to the inside going into turn 1. That 10 of Tim Blum keeps looking on as well, and that Ford watching these 2 Chevys battle it out up in front of him. Riding on board with Tim. Oh man, Jason got a little loose going into turn 3. You start to see that rubber starting to get put down. That track's getting darker and darker for these guys. And the 10 Blum really pushing on the back bumper right now at 64. Let's jump back a little bit further through the field. Devin Sanders, Brandon Minto, that's for 13th and 14th. Actually, that's for 14th and 15th. They're not quite there yet. We'll keep an eye on that. The 83 of Jack Walls and William Wall. Riding on board with the 11. All these guys in here are well aware of how to drive these cars. It's one thing I'll say. Everybody in here is an A-class besides one person. But everybody in here has experience in driving these cars, and honestly, even James Haney still has experience in driving these cars. These guys drive quite a bit throughout the season. And if you've never watched these broadcasts before, this is one of the cleanest leagues that we've ever broadcasted on trackside or on the old channel on Center Force TV. We got one car at the wall, and I say that, and there he goes. It looks like Joshua Buckley possibly going to the inside. And who is that? William Wong. No caution's going to come out, but Buckley, on the other hand, there was somebody else involved. Oh, there's Buckley, yeah. See what happened. Buckley got loose off turn 2. He did, got to the wall. And unfortunately for him, went for a ride into the infield or into the inside safer barrier. And we'll ride on board with him. Oh, a tough break for him. Luckily, these guys do have one fast repair. That is one good thing about it, but he's going to have a little bit of catch up to do. He did hit pit road. So track's starting to loosen up a little bit. We heard that was going to be an issue tonight, as you see the 88 and Jason Wells now. Sean Butler trying to take back over third place. Max Terrell slowly starting to put some pressure on 7th position of Richard Murdoch. 25, Andy Lee coming up to the back bumper. Jason Wells falls back to 5th. It's not something he wants to do. It's going to be pretty rough running for a championship if you see that guy go around, knowing that is a position that you need, especially knowing you're competing against him. Riding on board with Tim Blum. .47 last time by. So far the fastest lap of the race was Jason Wells back on lap 3. That's the only time we're going to see a fast lap being put down. If anybody else puts one down, is early on in the runs with fresh tires. No way we're going to see them being put down now. The time's already 2 seconds almost off the pace before they started this run. Been out there for 13 laps on a set of tires. I mentioned that pit stop should happen around lap 20 to 23. And honestly, if I'm one of these guys, I'm going to try to do this on 2 stops. I'm going to try to pit on lap 23 and try to stretch it until as far as I can go. Do not want to pit on lap 20. If you pit on lap 20, there's no way you can make it to the end with 70 laps in this race. Max Harriott gets around 7th place as well. Richard Murdoch falls back to 7th. Max Terrell up to 6th. Mentioned that his car is really good on a long run. We'll check times at the line to see. There you go, up on top, ticker. It looks like that Max Terrell was actually not the fastest that time by, but it was the 10 of Tim Blum. Fastest on the track. Tim's starting to put some pressure on Eric Johnson. We come to the start-finish line. Tim's actually going to look to the high side on the 33. Try to carry that speed into turn 1. Try to get to run out on the exit. And that didn't happen that time, so Tim Blood going to fall back in line. Here comes that 88. Sean Butler started on the pole. Had a little bit of an issue a few moments ago with another driver running for the championship. And I think Jason Wells may be hitting pit road. He is hitting pit road. So pit stops underway for Jason. We'll see if anybody else actually goes down to take a pit. That's kind of early in my opinion, but we'll see. He's running for a championship and I'm not, so. Off turn 2 down the middle of the backstretch. Into turn number 3, Eric Johnson extends the lead out by 0.4, so 0.4 of a second. Actually, I take that back. It's now 0.3 of a second as we actually entered into turn 4. Oh, and Eric Johnson into the wall. Big playoff shot. There's the damage on the 33. This is going to open the door for that 88 to try to get around him. We could see Johnson actually hit pit road very soon now that he got into the wall of turn 4. That's exactly what Sean Butler wanted to see. Wanted to see some pressure being put on. I don't know if he actually wanted to see Johnson get into the wall, but some pressure being put on now for that 88. Possibly we could see the 33 hit pit road this time. Here he comes. Eric Johnson coming up pit road. Bunch of other guys as well. Max Terriot's already hit pit road. Sean Butler going to stay out and stretch it with Tim Blum, James Skelton, Richard Murdoch, Leo Bourdage stand out as well. And everybody else on pit road. So we're going to wait and see when the 88's going to pit as he's getting to pass Max Terriot. You know what? He may not even be able to pass him with the fresh tires the 42 has. He's going to be able to gain up a lot of time. So we'll see if this either helps or hurts the 88. The longer he stays out, the more it's going to hurt him. However, he could possibly do this on 2 stops when everybody else is going to have to do it on 3, I'm thinking. So you see right there, Jason Wells, he was the first one on pit road. You see he's actually going back around the leader to get his laps back. So after all this shakes out, maybe Max Terriot actually up in front leading this race. Unless we have a caution. 33 getting a little push. Another straightaway from that 18. Sean Butler last time by ran a 41.5. Other guys on fresh tires, but at Max Terriot just ran a 39.1, so 2 seconds faster. You see right there the difference in the tires that just a few laps make. As Eric Johnson goes back around this 88 car. 11, William Long going to squeeze up in front of Sean Butler. This is still a battle for the lead as well. Tim Blum's right here in second. May look to the inside here. We may see these guys actually hit pit road. We may see the 10 come to pit road. He's slowing down just a little bit. He is. Sean Butler going to stay out. James Skelton going to stay out. And it looks like, yeah, Tim Blood did hit pit road. Everybody else on pit road. James Haney as well just hit pit road. Oh, weird James hit pit road. I thought he already did. We're waiting to see when this 88 comes down. If and when he does, it should be Terriot actually in the top spot. Maybe. Terriot pitted 4 laps to go. And you see Richard Murdoch going around this 88 car. That's why I think that this 88's trying to make it just on 2 stops and everybody else got to make it on 3. Some guys may have to save just a little bit. I think the 88's going to pit road this time. He drops to the bottom. And Sean Butler going to try to slow it down. Make sure he don't get caught speeding. Or lock him up. Really good job on getting on pit road. So, question's going to be, can Max Terriot go around really fast and take away this top spot? He should be able to actually take it away. You spent about 42 seconds, 41 to 42 seconds on pit road total. So, there should be no reason why Sean Butler don't take away the lead. Or Max Terriot take away the lead. As Butler does pull into his pit box, the first pit stall. Terriot going to cross the start-finish line, not leading a lap yet. He's yet to lead a lap, so he still needs to do that to get that bonus point. Now he takes the lead away. And we'll see where Sean Butler actually drops out. He's just now rolling out of pit road. He's falling back quite a bit of ways. I ain't no lie. A little bit of work to do, but with these guys possibly have to 2 or 3 pit, I'm still thinking a caution is going to come out. Butler right now is going to be shown back in 14th. So as we take a break here for the Red Light Racing Series, we'll be right back right after this, and shaping up to be a good one as you get a look at your top 5.
Just like a movie, just like a storybook, we are the future, we're the ones they won't overlook. It's time to be the hero. Rising like you've never seen, like you've never seen. Looking for a hero. Just like in a dream, just like in a dream.
Welcome back to Michigan International Speedway. It is Max Terriot out front, leading the way here at Michigan for the final race of the season for the Red Light Racing Series, as we look on at your top 5 right now, being Max Terriot, Jason Wells, James Heater, Eric Johnson, Andy Lee. You mentioned Sean Butler. He was out front for a long time, led 10 laps. And he is back in 11th right now. Of course, he does have a lot fresher tires than these other guys, and we're thinking, unless a caution was to come out, he's only going to have to 2-stop. So we should not have to see him back on pit road for at least another 19 laps, when these other guys we're going to see back on pit road within probably the next 13 laps. From there, I just don't see you being able to make it all the way. We know that you're going to have to go to about lap 47 in order to make it. And that's still a good 17 laps away, so definitely don't see any of these guys being able to stretch it that far. We're expecting 20 to 23 laps on fuel, which is about what Terriot ran, or I'm sorry, which is about what Sean Butler ran, as he continues to pick guys up and just putting them down right now. Here right now running behind William Long for the 8th position. You see how much of an advantage he has coming off turn 4. Going to go underneath and complete the pass. Going into turn 1 on that 11 car, and there you go. Completed, move him up. Oh, actually gets a little loose, but does take over a spot. Still a pretty good ways behind our lead, about 10 seconds, but we'll see how this plays out. So every one of our guys besides Jason Wells that is running for the chase has led a lap. Jason Wells yet not on the leaderboard with a lap led. We'll see how that plays out. This could be big though, honestly. If something happens, Sean Butler don't go on to win this race and does not lead the most laps, and something happens that Max Terrell finishes just one spot ahead of him, leads the most laps, and does have a lap led, he will actually win the chase for the championship. So points still do play a factor. Me personally, I'd rather see the champion win the race because it's a little bit less confusing to who wins the championship for me. But at the same time, you cannot blame James Heater or no go for winning the race. I mean, they're here to win, and James right now not looking too slow. So last time by, he was actually about a tenth faster than our leader out front by about a tenth last time by. Jump back to the field and check on Jack Wallace, who's running for 11th spot. In that number 83, trying to pass Leo Bourdage. Leo with a really nice car tonight. Looking back at Jack in the 83 car. See how it's dark, that rubber's starting to get put down on the track as well. It's really starting to lay down the rubber. Have another look at your weather. 103-degree track cap. That was actually started the race, so I'm not sure what it is now. But very hot, that's for sure. Side by side for 10th spot. This is William Long trying to hold off the 7. Not going to happen. Ooh, Jack got a little loose coming off turn 2. Richard Murdoch, Andy Lee, 5th, 6th, and you can throw in 4th there as well. And I believe Jason Wells just hit pit road again. So I understand what Jason is doing, but honestly, he's going to have to hit at least another time for sure. Because we know there's no way he can make it unless there's a caution. Which, likelihood of that happening might not be very high with these guys. We should see Max Terriot hitting pit road here within the next, I'm going to say, well, Max just hit pit road again, so he's actually back on pit road in that 42. Huh, that's strange. And unless they try to force Sean to pit, I just don't see Sean Butler hitting pit road. He's going to try to stretch this out. He's going to run about 12 more laps or so before he even thinks about starting to come down pit road. We should see him on pit road around 46, I believe. That's what I'm thinking. You see Richard Murdoch actually going to jump up to the lead. And that was actually his first lap led tonight. Very impressive, actually. Richard Murdoch don't have a ton of laps led this season. Does have one win, however. But, hey, you can't complain. A good job. Actually pretty fast most of the time. You see Joshua Buckley going around him. Joshua right now being shown 2 laps down. He did just pit, however. So he is 2 laps down now. He was 3. Andy Lee hitting pit road. I mean, honestly, even if you're Richard Murdoch, you want to try to stretch this as far as you can. You at least want to make it to lap. I'm trying to think. 47? Is that even possible though? Let me add this up. Hold on, guys. Sean Butler's got 13 laps on his tires. He can go 10 more laps. He can make it to 47. Honestly, Sean Butler's going to be really close as well, still. This still could be a 3-stop race for everybody. I don't think, though, that's the case. So right now we got 5 guys that have not hit pit road. 6 guys, including James Haney. I just seen him. Leo Bourdais, James Hunt, Sean Butler, Tim Love, Richard Murdoch has yet to hit pit road. That is the 25 that you see there of Andy Lee trying to pass Devin Sanders. Devin not having the greatest of nights. He put on a heck of a show last season in one of his races. I can't remember which one it was. Really good driver though. Just not having the night he wants tonight. Jeff Wupker on pit road. Tim Blum right now trying to stay out in front of Sean Butler. These two guys not really on the same strategy, not too far. Like 90% sure though, these guys can make it pretty far. Let's listen. Right on board. Let's see if he actually shuts the car off. Actually sounds like he does. Sounds like he's clutching it. So does Sean Butler. Huh, that's interesting. So 30 laps to go in the race. We should see. I know there's no way Richard can make it. I don't think. I don't know if he's shut it off. He's bringing it to pit road this time. So Tim Blum is going to take the lead. Look, so far 6 lead changes. That's about to be 7, I do believe. Once we start finish line once again. Trying to actually see who has led the most laps so far. In just a second, I will have that for you. Eric Johnson has 13, Sean Butler 10, Max Terriot 10, Richard Murdoch 1, James Heater 1, Tim Blum 1, about to be 2. So really, Sean, on the other hand, really needs to stay out and try to get a few more laps. So it should be able to actually lead a couple laps here, depending on how long Tim stays out compared to him. There's the difference between fresh tires and older tires. You see the 83. Jack Wall is going around the leader. Jason Wells trying to run down Max Terriot. Don't know if he's actually going to be able to get there or not. Also James Heater right there on the back bumper of the 64. Sean Butler is starting to close the gap up to the 10 of Tim Blum. About 3/10 now the difference between first and second. So honestly, I don't know how it's going to work out yet. But if a caution was to come out, it changes literally everything. I don't see anybody being able to run 25 laps. Honestly, I expect Sean to hit pit road here within the next 2 laps. Tim Blum, I expect to possibly hit pit road either this time or next time. We'll have to wait and see. honestly, Max Terrell should actually be able to jump up and grab some of these laps here once all this shakes out and have a chance at leading the most laps, but it all depends on what Sean actually does. Sean actually is going to lead this lap. That would give him 14 laps now led. He's going to be hitting pit road here within the next, I'm going to say within the next 2 laps. It's still going to be close on pit or stops though. If he has to come in this lap, there's no way he can make it. Even next lap, I don't think he can make it. This is still anybody's race, I believe, honestly. He's shutting it off. Yeah, he is. But he's trying to save as much as he can. He's got to at least get to 48, I think, you know, or 47, 48 to be sure to make it. We still got 25 laps to go. The longest I've seen anybody run is 23. So he's got to at least go 2 more laps. And I don't know. That's stretching it. This could come down to a field mileage race for him, depending on how much he has saved. It's a long shot still to be able to make it that far. Is he going to stay out? He is. So this right here will be 23 laps. And he's still got 24 to go. From what I'm seeing, unless he can stay out one more lap, he's going to run out coming to the line. I mean, James Yellett just hit pit road, and they was on the same type of strategy, I believe. Well, if it wasn't a championship, it would be. If it wasn't for a championship, this would be easy for him. Let's see. Will he hit pit road? Yes, he will. So if all estimations are correct, as long as he don't speed, and it looks like he did slow down in time. If everything is correct, he's gonna come. He's gonna run out coming to the line. So, James Heater actually out in front, by the way. So that's even bigger for Max Terriot. That's not what Terriot wants. So we'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, we'll step away. We'll come back, get this all sorted out here as we get ready to crown a champion at Michigan Motor Speedway, the Red Light Racing Series. 19 laps to go. And so far, caution free. We're watching right now. James Heater out front. The question is going to be whether Sean Butler, will he have enough? I mentioned 19 laps to go. He's been out there now for 4 laps himself, I believe. Man, that's going to be close. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be very close for him. We know everybody else has to pit. There's no way anybody else can make it. You see James Heater going to go ahead and come down now. Max Terry already hit pit road. It means Eric Johnson is going to take the lead. Now, if Eric can actually stay out and lead a couple laps, he does have a chance to lead the most laps. Really needs to stretch this all the way as far as he can go, I think, in my opinion, and hope for the best. This is getting close. Murdoch right now running to second. There hasn't been any cautions. We've seen a couple cars get loose off turn 2, but nothing too big. Seen one car actually go around. That was Joshua Buckley. Sadly for him, 2 laps down. Yeah, spent about a minute and a half on pit road getting that repaired, but that's about it. Was no caution. This race has been pretty crazy, though. I mean, it's just a field mileage race. It's nothing out of the ordinary for Michigan. What makes it interesting is that it's the championship race, and the guy's won the last 3 out of 4 races. He is running up in 4th, but will he have enough gas to make it to the end? If he runs out, and we know he's going to be saving, he has to save a little bit. He may already be saving. So I don't know. I don't know how hard he's pushing. You see him right now coming up on 3rd place, Leo Bourdage. He's looked to the inside. He does complete that pass. So he's not really saving right now. Unless he knows for sure he's good to go. He may just try to push it, try to coast across the line at the end of the race. But from what I'm thinking, he's going to run out coming to the finish. Still 15 laps to go. He's been out there for 7. From what I'm thinking, he's good, though. We'll have to wait and see. So Murdoch's out in the lead, however. He just took it over. Eric Johnson went ahead and came down pit road. Murdoch's been out there for 15 laps. He's still got to hit pit road. Leo Bourdage actually just hit pit road. Still got to wait for Jeff Wapker as well in the number 909. He's got to hit pit road running in 3rd. Now there is another thing that could happen. Max Terriott's about 9 seconds behind Sean Butler. I don't know if he can quite catch him. Actually, maybe, no, it's more than that. I don't know if he can quite catch him. It's going to be close if he can catch him, but with the fresher tires, I don't think he can. So it all depends on what happens with the 88 and if he can make it for sure, and if he has to save. If he starts saving, it'll be a matter of time before Terrell catches him. So we should be seeing the 01 on pit road within the next 5 laps or so. Unless the caution was coming out. Caution comes out, all these guys are going to be hitting pit road again. But, you know, these guys, that just does not happen. I think everybody kind of knows that already. These guys have announced a new season starting next season, or starting here in about a month or so, I believe, when the new season begins. So if you are interested, they don't accept really clean racers, and you can see why. It makes great racing. So we'll be doing that with them. Back here again, it's always a privilege to broadcast these guys. Also, we do not broadcast again, guys, until Saturday. So this is actually our last race of the week until Saturday, which honestly I gonna enjoy my week. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be broadcasting on Twitch, just some games that I play, some fun games, and I may broadcast a little bit on YouTube or Facebook as far as me racing or something. But this is their final race for these guys for until next season. Do not broadcast again until Saturday. No Go Fast this week. They have the week off. So here comes the 01 of Richard Murdoch coming down pit road. That's going to give Sean Butler the lead. And this could be the final drive to the championship. 10 laps to go, 11 laps to go for the 88. And from what I'm seeing, he's going to be good on gas by about a half a lap from what I'm estimating. If he runs out, it's going to be at the line. So the question is going to be, can Max Terry outrun him down? He's about 13 seconds behind the leader. He is running way faster. He's running, well, I ain't going to say way faster. He's running about 3/10 faster. I just don't see you being able to make up 13 seconds in 10 laps. So coming to the line, it is 10 laps to go. 11 lead changes so far for tonight. James Heater, by the way, did just put down the fastest lap a few laps ago with a 38.800 in that number 18 car. That happened about 6 laps ago. By the way, new build for iRacing coming out tomorrow. Make sure y'all get all your stuff updated and downloaded. New cars and all that whatnot coming out. Should be some pretty cool stuff coming out though. We'll see. Updated Pocono, which is really cool. 9 laps to go for Sean Butler trying to win this championship. We can jump back a little bit here. This is James Heater and Jason Wells. Jason a little bit faster last time by. Right here is going to could be a big pass if Jason can get up there to Terry out and try to take away 3rd place. "15 laps have been on the car for the 88. Still got 8 laps to go for him. Comes the 18 and the 64. 18 drops to the apron this time. I haven't seen nobody do that tonight. And he does complete the pass. Back here's a pretty good race. Although that 2 is a couple laps down. It's Joshua Buckley. That is the 01 of Richard Murdoch that you see. Running in 10th place right now. Comes the 18, trying to get around his 42. Wow. That's not what Marriott wants. And he might not have much of a choice. Riding on board with the 18 of James Heater. Running behind one of your championship drivers, that 42 of Max Terriot. Six laps to go. And this, yeah, it's going to be very close for Sean Butler, I do believe. Coming to 5 laps to go this time by, he may already be saving. See if we can hop on board and see. Is the 88 shutting the car off? His lap times actually have slowed down quite a bit compared to everybody else. Yeah, he's saving. Uh-oh. So this is going to be close. Really, maxed out. He's trying his best to keep his AT behind him. Try to catch James Skelton. James Skelton, I think, if anybody's short, I know James is, because if James don't run out, you know Sean's 100% good. James may have to pit here within the next 3 laps. He's probably shutting it off as well. Actually, not shutting his car off, which is kind of odd. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. I don't know why I thought 5. Eric Johnson trying to work on 6th place as he takes it away. It's kind of surprising to see Eric not having the greatest of nights. He said that he's not a big fan of this track, and it's kind of showing just a little bit. Back in 6th. Also, Max Terra has actually caught 2nd place. So that's interesting. I understand 5-lap difference on the tires, but I think that 86 is definitely saving something. He's actually going to go high and let Max go underneath him. Here comes that 18 as well. Now, you do not want a caution. If you get a caution, this race is over. That's the last thing going for a championship race. Sean Butler is going to have 40 laps to go. Make that 2 laps to go. Will he have enough gas? Make it to the end. He's got about a 10-second lead right now over 2nd place. And I want to mention, he does lead the most laps as well. Been a dominating last 5 weeks, I guess we could say, for Sean Butler, and he's got a lap and a half to go to try to win this championship. Oh, he definitely shut it off early that time. Give you an idea of how good these guys are as we get ready to come to the white flag. Top 4 that's in the points right now is all inside the top 5. White flag in the air for the 88. Will he have enough guys to make it to the end? It looks like James Skelton, he's going to be able to make it. So if he can make it to the start-finish line 23, there should be no reason why the 88 can't make it. Coming through turns 3 and 4, Sean Butler looking to win this championship. He works out of turn 4. He's going to see the checkered flag. He's going to go on and win the Red Light Series Championship tonight in Michigan. Congratulations to a big win on Sean Butler. Well deserved. Max Terriot going to cross the line in 2nd. He's going to be your runner-up for the championship. James Heater finishes 3rd. Jason Wells, James Skelton finishes in 5th, and Eric Johnson 6th. So here's your championship winner. The 88 of Sean Butler with the well-deserved championship tonight. You see the 920, that's Brandon Minto coming up to the bumper to give that 88 a congratulations tap. Probably push him to the start-finish line because he's probably out of gas. Jeff Wupker as well coming up to the side of the door. And Sean Butler going to cross the line. I'm going to say probably out of gas. Does he even have enough to do a burnout? He's going to try. I don't think he does. He does not. So we're going to bring in Sean Butler, who runs out of gas at the start-finish line. Is that number 88 Nationwide car? We're going to bring him in right now. Hey, Sean, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, first off, are you out of gas?
Yes, sir, I am out of gas.
Well, first off, congratulations.
I really thought I could push it harder that time, and I was like, coming down to. I'm like, well, save some gas.
Man, congratulations on the championship, man. This is well deserved. I know you wanted it bad. You won the last 4 out of 5 races. You dominated the chase. Tonight's race was a little bit different because you're the only one. Well, you and James Heater was the only one. I'm sorry, James Skelton was the only one on the 2-stop strategy. Talk us through your decision to try that.
That was almost my decision from the get-go. I'd done some practice during the week, and I knew if it was a little hot, like it was tonight and slick, I could save the fuel without losing too much time. I really thought I saved a little bit more fuel on that first run. I was kind of shocked I could only go 22. I thought I was going to be able to go 23. Or I thought I was going to be able to go 20, closer to 24, and I couldn't go 20. I barely made 23. So I was like, so I knew I had to save a lot the next run, and I was able to go, 24 that time, and then I didn't think I was going to have to save as much this time.
I'll be
I felt
honest,
like I
it
was
surprised
taking
me
it
too.
easy.
Talk us through your last few weeks, man. I mentioned on the broadcast how dominant you've been over the last 5 weeks. You've won the last 4 out of 5. What's been the key to that?
Oh, just lots and lots of practice with my teammates. Probably at least 4 a week, getting ready for these tracks. And when I came back, I hadn't been racing for over 7 months.
Right.
And when I came back, I was a little rusty, and my steering settings were a little wonky. It had an update, and it just deleted all my settings. So I had to. It started out, I did like a long practice where all I did was play with my settings and adjust and adjust and adjust, and finally found something I liked, and that's been the key going in to this chase, is what's got me to here.
Well, man, you've not only come into the chase, and to be honest, when we first started the season, I don't know if you would have been my pick personally. I mean, but there was something about the chase when you really came on. You showed everybody that you're here to win, and you did that, and you proved everybody wrong. So congratulations on the huge championship, man. I know you worked hard for it. Is there any shout outs you want to give?
Just my teammates at Need for Speed, James and Josh and DJ. All the practice and all the help, especially once they all fell out of these chase races and were no longer in it. They kept showing up and helping me out, and they've been team effort. And I want to thank DJ for the awesome paint schemes. I know work's been getting in the way lately, and just glad to bring home another championship for Need for Speed.
Of course, man. You guys always find your way into the championship. So congratulations once again. It's a shame we didn't get to see a burnout because you're out of gas. But
oh yeah, I was saving for it. I was really hoping I would have enough.
Yeah, for sure, man. But congratulations on that. I know that this is a big one for you and your team. So go celebrate, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, and I just want to congratulate Max. I really don't think I could have gone head to head with him tonight. That's why I had to change my strategy.
Right.
If he had tried to stay out longer, it would have depended how close he was to me to do that. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done if he was staying out.
For sure, man. Good job, and we'll talk to you here hopefully next season.
Yes, sir. I'll be here.
Thanks, man. Next up, we'll bring in runner-up Max Terriot, who finishes in 2nd place. Hey, Max, you got a copy?
Hey, Adam.
Man, still a great season either way you look at it. You do finish 2nd tonight and finish 2nd in points as well. But I know it's got to be a little bit frustrating knowing you won this regular season championship and stuff like that. Do you wish you would have tried the 2-stop strategy now? I know it's easier now to look back on it and say, I could have done this different. But is there anything you could have done a little bit different?
No, I feel like I ran a perfect race. I ran like a two pit stop race, I think, at Darlington, and I hated the race because it's just running half throttle and clutching it and all that. So I was all the way 3 pit stops, and after my first pit stops, that's where I was the most surprised to get back to the lead. And I mean, that's actually the best scenario I could have hoped for the last race, for my race at least.
Yeah, you was definitely better on the longer run, and everybody mentioned, I think Sean even mentioned that whenever I talked to him during the pre-race thing as well, and he was worried about how fast you was on the long run. The chase didn't work out exactly the way you wanted. I know that you was up there, of course, and all that. Any race that you look back on that you wish, that you could have done a little bit better on this season, or was that tonight? Could that be the race tonight? Is there any race you look back on now, or are you satisfied overall with the outcome of the season?
Yeah, I'm very satisfied. It's been by far my best season ever, and frankly, when it comes down to one race, personally, I don't really care about that kind of format.
Right.
It one race doesn't ruin my entire season just because I finished second. I mean, that's just the way it is, but it doesn't change the fact of how I race, how I run my races. And no, I mean, congrats to Sean for a great championship, and Jason ran well today, and I think James was the faster car tonight, but overall, I'm very satisfied.
You know, I'm not supposed to play favorites when I broadcast, but I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of pulling for you this season because you drove a heck of a season all year long, not just this race as well, but all season. It was deserved. Whoever would have won it was definitely deserved. But congratulations, second place, and I know that's definitely a step up in the right direction, man. So go out there and see what you can do. Hopefully next season, and I'm sure you'll be back here once again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next season, and hopefully it can continue the good run.
For sure, man. Is there any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yeah, well, to the guys running at Red Light, I know Joshua and James, they put a lot of effort, and it paid off this season. We had many races with very few cautions, which I think everyone will agree that it makes it more enjoyable for everyone. And for you, Adam, and the production at 2RN, it's an added value to have you guys broadcast our races, and it's always appreciated. And my friend Max at Max Anything, he's on my car for a couple of seasons now, and at least I could have almost brought him the championship, but close enough.
Hey, pretty close, man. Congratulations on that. Go there and see if you can win one. I know you definitely got it in you. You showed it this season, so we'll talk to you here soon, and good job tonight on second.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we'll bring in James Heater, who finishes in second. Actually, he is not in here. So what I want to do, if I can, let's bring in Joshua Buckley. Make sure James is not in here. Hey, Joshua, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, another season. Over tonight. Overall, satisfied with the outcome this season?
Overall, I'm satisfied with the entire season. I just want to, thank all the guys. Not only Sean for winning the championship, just everybody for coming out every week. Just it's been a blast, and I definitely appreciate it. And I thank you for coming out every week this season and helping broadcast. So
let me ask you a question real fast. What makes your guys so different compared to a lot of other leagues? I mean, there is such a big respect factor in this league, and you can see it. And it plays off every week with the lack of cautions. What makes that? Why is the reason for that?
in all honesty, it's we try to take pride in just having a group of guys that, one, we want to come out and have fun every Monday, but two, it's also being just clean and respectful. We're not looking for the guys that are just overly aggressive. They think they can drive it in and do everything. That's not what we're looking for. It's just it's been a process over time, and it is what it is at this point, but I'm proud to have every single one of these guys here every week, and I've had a lot of fun, and I definitely there's not any other driver I respect more than the guys that I race with here on Mondays. So
yeah, man, you all do a heck of a job. I keep mentioning every broadcast that when I come on the air that I don't expect to see cautions, and we've seen it again here tonight. What can you tell me a little bit about next season? Anything you can tell about possibly start date or anything like that?
So we do have a start date. We're doing in 2 weeks. We passed during this season a 4-year anniversary, so we're doing a fun race where we're actually giving back to the drivers.
Right.
We're mixing it up. There's going to be the A, B, and C car on the same track at Daytona. Whoever finishes first wins. I believe it's 20 iRacing credits in each class, and then a random number drawn is going to get some money as well. As for the next season, I know it's starting soon. I'm trying to pull up the thing now. Basically, we're going for about a month, maybe just over a month from now. We'll be doing a little recruiting on our Monday nights on the off weeks that we have here. But other than that, the biggest change, honestly, is we're going to 0 fast repairs, and
really,
as voted, we're 0 fast repairs. So you got to take care of your car now.
Right.
And the other biggest thing, just a little bit of a kicker, and it was kind of voted as a majority for the league, we will be running the super late model for one of our short tracks during the regular season next season.
That makes
So,
it interesting. We know you like short. We know that you like the super late models, so these
I
guys
love the
might
short
worry.
track stuff.
Well,
No,
man,
it was a great thing voted by everybody. So not everybody voted for it, but the
Right.
majority did. So
well, man, it's been a good season, and I continue to look forward to it because you guys always put on a great show. It's awesome to call these races just because how clean the races are, and you do a great job. I know you work hard on it, and I know you worked hard to get these guys that you got in here to race like this because, I mean, there's some great talent in this race, and you can see it every week. So, congratulations on another season, and hopefully we'll talk to you here next season.
all right, I appreciate it. Thank you
For
again,
sure.
Adam.
You
We'll
too,
see you
buddy.
guys next season.
For sure, bud. So that was Joshua Buckley. That you can contact him if you're interested. He will be putting up recruitment races. So, final thoughts. I want to start off from the start of the season. It's so hard to look back on everything, but I want to start off from the start of this season and how it started off. Started back November 20th, and it was Keith Haney it was James Skelton that picked up the win back at Kentucky. From there, it kind of looked like it was, a normal red light racing season. We knew we would have cautions. We knew we would have some here and there. But I'm going to be honest with you right now. We've had so many different drivers win this season. It is absolutely ridiculous. If you go down through the list, you've got James Skelton, James Heater, Sean Butler, Landon Lacey, Max Terriot, James Heater once again, Jason Wells, Max Terriot once again, Tim Blum, Richard Murdoch, Sean Butler basically swept the entire playoffs. Jason Wells won last week at Martinsville. And tonight, Michigan, Sean Butler picks up the championship. These guys are by far the best league I've broadcasted as far as how clean they are. They do a great job on. That's one thing they strive to perfect. And when you go, however many races it was without cautions, you can't ask for much better. So congratulations to Sean first off. Congratulations to all these guys for putting on a heck of a season. I am looking forward. I have made the announcement. I will be back with these guys next season as well, just because they've always done me right, and that's one thing I do strive off of in broadcasting, and that's one thing that keeps me around broadcasting. So thanks again. Tonight, congratulations to Sean Butler on winning his first championship in Red Light Racing Series. That's going to do it for us tonight, guys. We'll see y'all Saturday night. Have a great night, and God bless.